United Community is a bank that believes in helping you succeed, like taking the opportunity to lend someone a hand and showing how much we care about your plans. We're United Community. If there's one thing we know about banking for your success, it takes a community.
Griffin Wrecker Service is the home for all of your towing needs. With many trucks in all shapes and sizes, Griffin Wrecker has what it takes to get you out of any trouble you may find out on the roads. Griffin Wrecker Service offers competitive prices with some of the best response times in North Georgia, which has allowed them to serve the community and beyond for over 20 years, winning 11 straight Reader's Choice Awards for Best Wrecker in White County along the way. Choose Griffin Wrecker 24-hour towing and recovery located at 15 Jackson Street, Cleveland, Georgia, just off the square, or call 706-219-4443. Again, that is 706-219-4443. Griffin Wrecker, proud sponsor of Warrior Television Network. Go Warriors!
It's been a crazy last year, I'm trying to process still. I don't even know how I should feel. I got a couple big houses and some wish maybe 3. And I got family members that got bigger egos than me. And I got fans around the world whenever I'm overseas. And I got friends who just pretend and say they love everything. And yes, I fell in love again, I thought that shit was impossible. And I promise it's too real for me to care what they think. I promise I don't give a fuck because I know who I am. Hating on me undercover, I just won't understand. Say we're brothers, call me family, bitch, you act like a fan. 2 a.m. in Atlanta, screaming, baby, I'm back. Play me like a fool, I see, but it's been so long since I thought.
With the 2024 season coming to a close tonight, we are all ready to bring you the action from tonight's game as the 2-7 White County Warriors travel to the Dungeon Billy Ellis Memorial Stadium just off of 95 to face the 0-9 Johnson Knights. He's Hayden Weekly, I'm Griffin Harper, and this is Around the Region on Warrior Television Network. Hayden, the Knights aren't necessarily a good team. What do you have on them?
Yeah, Griff, although this season hasn't been good, the best for either team, the game is still on the schedule, and so it still counts for something. Now, the Warriors have to play all 4 quarters tonight, as the Knights have started to play a little better than the start of the season, as they are starting to score more points against tougher opponents. But this game is just another opportunity for the Warriors to take the field one last time.
Perhaps we'll get a last game win, but for now, with more on what we need to keep an eye out for in the Knights game, let's head over to Bailey Ray Vandiver with On the Lookout.
Hey Warrior fans, I'm Bailey Ray Vandiver, and you're watching On the Lookout. Last week's senior night loss to the Chestatee War Eagles officially crushed the hopes of a potential Warrior sneak-in. The season hasn't been the best for the Warriors, but there's still one more game tonight against the 0-9 Johnson Knights. The Warriors desperately need this win in hopes to silence the negative. Knights that might have an impact to try and get a final win are sophomore Rye Kelly, junior Monterius Young, sophomore Nathan Kuget, and senior Braylon Boyd. The first time these teams faced was just under 70 years ago, where the Warriors hosted a 21-0 loss to the Knights. With the Knights having the advantage in the series, the Warriors will look to get their first back-to-back win against the Knights and their 3rd win of the season. White County, now completely out of the playoffs, have started to try and move forward since their worst season since 2016, but they have to keep going tonight with heads held high. Trip Nix has set him a new passing record of 2,152 yards in the air, and he will look to guide the Warriors to their last win of his career before he graduates in May. He will look for guys like the sophomore duo Gaines Clark and Zach Godfrey, and seniors Bryson Filial, Braden Roach, Dawson Oliver, and his lifelong best friend John Phillips. While the final game is already upon us, questions are up in the air for next season, but hopefully a win will silence the questioners and will help the Warriors move into the off-season, hopefully working towards a region championship next season. For the final game of the football season, I'm Bailey Ray Vandiver, and you're watching On the Lookout.
Thank you, Bailey Ray. Hayden, the Warriors have a road trip ahead of them tonight. What do you have for us on this region matchup against Johnson?
Well, the most important thing the Warriors have to have is a good mentality. They have to not think this will be a cakewalk. The Warriors sadly had to learn that last week when they took on Chestatee on senior night. Trip Nix needs to keep composure and not worry too much about what has happened throughout the season, and take his final high school football game as the Warriors' starting quarterback. On the defensive side of the ball, guys like John Scott, Zach Godfrey, and Alex Johnson doesn't need to take it easy on the Knights, as here recently they have started to put more points on the board.
Well, they know what they have to do, but it's time to see which team executes. With more on this game, here's Alex Wall with Wall's Wisdom.
Hey Warrior fans, it's Alex Wall, your host for Wall's Wisdom. Our team will have to travel about 45 minutes to Johnson, which is located right off 985. The school was founded in 1972 and was named after the founder of Johnson & Johnson, the company, who actually donated most of the land to the local government. The Warriors expect a fairly easy win tonight. They're currently at 2-7, while the Johnson Knights are at 0-9. So let's hope we can get one final win for the season. The school has been added onto over the years, adding a stadium, gym, performing arts center, and many other new buildings. And they've also had a fairly successful history with some sports, like soccer, just not as much football. Some notable students include Casey Cagle, who was the Lieutenant Governor of Georgia up until 2019, AJ Styles, who's a WWE wrestler, Chester Willis, and Mike Moonpie Wilson, who are both NFL players. I'm Alex Wall, and you're watching the final football edition of Wall's Wisdom.
Thanks, Alex. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm John Bird, and I'm the president of Mansfield Energy. Today I'm joined by Dade Anderson, also known as Precious, a senior here at White County High School. Mansfield is a proud sponsor of Warrior Athletics because we take great pride in serving our communities and in supporting our employees who support us. Headquartered in Gainesville, we've been fortunate to be a North Georgia employer for over 65 years. From the Mansfield team, go Warriors.
Here at WTVN, we've got you covered. Football, basketball, volleyball, soccer, baseball, pole vaulting, tennis. We don't even cover tennis. Whoa. Kickball. What? Whatever you watch, WTVN's got you covered.
Welcome back. You're watching Around the Region on Warrior TV. I'm your host, Griffin Harper, joined by Hayden Weekly, and we're talking about tonight's matchup between the White County Warriors and the Johnson Knights. We sat down with the defensive standout Alex Johnson earlier. Take a look.
It's my last season, so since you're a little boy, you always dream of your senior year, so this has obviously meant a lot to me. The season didn't go how we planned it to. We lost a lot of games, but that kind of taught us all to keep working and keep coming back the next day for practice. Last year, my junior year, I won first team all region, so that was pretty fun. For my last game, I'd really just want to have fun with all my senior pals. All 4 years of your high school football career go by pretty fast, so have fun while you're still here.
Boom, boom.
Halloween was yesterday, and it's still spooky season at the high school. There's a trend going around where you have to unlock a door before Michael Myers. No, I'm not talking about Shrek or any of those guys. I'm talking about the Halloween character Michael Myers catches you. Just take a look.
Today we're going to be asking all of the band kids what their favorite costumes from Halloween practice were last night.
Hi, my name is Abby Thomas. My favorite costume last night was the Minions and the Moon.
Hi, my name is Gracie, and my favorite costume last night was the Blizzard Wizards.
Hi, my name is Lydia Grindle, and my favorite costume from last night was Duck Dynasty.
I would have to say that kid that was in the Flash outfit. I think that was very eventful and very motivating and stuff. I just really think it was an all-around great costume.
My name is Jason, and my favorite costume from last night was Duck Dynasty.
My name is Clara, and my favorite costume was Ella's, Morgan's, and Taylor's. They were the Dairy Queen people.
I'm Layla Smith. My favorite costume last night was Duck Dynasty.
I'm Ella Black, and my Blizzard costume was my favorite.
Oh, my name is Madison, and my favorite costume from last night was the Blizzard Wizard.
My name is Cullen McCollum, and Duck Dynasty was my favorite Halloween costume.
Hi, my name is Sage Reagan, and my favorite Halloween costume from last night was Stacy.
Welcome to Sonita Winery, located in the heart of Cleveland, Georgia. Here, we focused on doing one thing well, growing exceptional grapes that make outstanding wine. Our work starts in the field, healthy vines, careful pruning, and letting nature do its job. We pay attention to the details so that every grape that's harvested is the best that it can be. We handpick our grapes just at the right moment. When you visit Sonita, our tasting experiences are all about sharing what we love. Whether you're here for tasting, a tour, or just to enjoy the scenery, we aim to make your time here enjoyable and memorable without any pretense. Sonita, quality wine made with care. We invite you to experience it for yourself.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like taking marinated oven-roasted chicken and tossing it in our new hot lemon pepper sauce. Or how we hand-toss our fresh, never-frozen signature dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And now, our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Order now on the app.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Griffin Harper. He's Hayden Weekly, and this is Around the Region on Warrior Television Network. You're probably wondering, Griff, why are you wearing that awful, terrible, disgusting, no good Dodger blue? Let me tell you why. In April of this year, our supervisor, Kayla Amison, was talking about her Dodgers, her favorite team, and how they will win the World Series. And due to their history of choking in the postseason, I told her they wouldn't. And after some time, she said to take a wager on it. And just take a look at the video.
Now go.
I'm so confident the Dodgers are going to choke in October that if the Dodgers win the World Series, I'm shaving my head. And as you know, the Dodgers unfortunately won the World Series. So as you can see, I wasn't allowed to shave my head. So she decided for my final punishment to be wear a Dodgers jersey and face paint on my face with the LA, acting like I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm really not. I promise. I really do not like the Dodgers. And I have to wear it for around the region. My final home game final football around the region. Oh my gosh, sorry. So now we have that settled. Let's take a look at the game slate for this week. We'll start out with Dawson making the trip to North Hall. North Hall secured the region championship last week. Really fast. Hayden, what do you think?
Yeah, Griff. With North Hall winning the region championship last week, I think their momentum carries on within this game for another victory.
Dawson beat GAC last week. That's a big win. I still say the Trojans are going to come away with a win on this one. Next game, this one not in our region, but still a pretty big game, playoff implications. Cherokee Bluff, as of right now, will be in the playoffs. But East Hall making the trip to Bluff. What do you think?
With Cherokee Bluff losing last week, they have all the momentum or all the anger to try and win their final game to make that push for a hopeful playoff spot. I believe they're the 2 seed, so they have to stop East Hall's game all around with passing and rushing to win this, but I think they got it.
Next game, this one's a region game. GAC at Chestatee. Chestatee played us last week, beat us here at home on senior night. Same overall record. GAC 4-2 in region play. Chestatee 3-3 region play, both 4-5 on the season. GAC coming off a big loss to Dawson. Chestatee coming after a big win at White County. This one might be a little more even than people think.
certainly will, but the main thing here is JC has to stop Plemons and Chestatee run game in order to win. With it being at Chestatee, they may have the fans there, the momentum builder, the atmosphere.
Well, as we saw, Coach Christmas, the offensive coordinator, son of Bob Christmas at North Hall, he does a great job running the wing tee. It's a tough offense to cover because you've got a lot of different options. It's a very hard offense to master, but when you do, it's a very hard offense to stop as a defensive coordinator. For that reason, give me the Chestatee War Eagles. I think they're going to beat GAC.
They had 285 rushing yards against us, so they have another game like that, they could win, but
they do.
I have the GAC.
I mean, White County almost beat GAC, so we'll see. Lumpkin County at Pickens. This one, a big game. Pickens County coming off a 5-4 overall year, 3-3 in region play. Lumpkin County 6-3 overall, 4-2 region play. They need to stay true and not fall down on some levels, and the game might get chippy. Cal has to try to steer the Indians to the final regular season and try to build more momentum going to the game 11 in the playoffs for the Indians. By the way, in our region, North Hall and Lumpkin are going to the playoffs, so that'll be our region teams. Who do you have, Hayden?
Give me Lumpkin here. We saw Pickens not very disciplined. Too many unneeded penalties that they get, and that cost them this game, I think.
All right, we gotta make this quick. Our class starts in like 2 minutes, so we're trying to sprint to the end here. White County at Johnson making the trip today. We'll cover that for you. I hear there's great food at the stadium, but maybe not some great football. Hayden, what do you think?
We've looked here recently, past few games, Johnson's been scoring not a whole bunch. I think their highest has been like 14.
Right.
But still, if they keep White around 21, maybe their highest scoring game here, but I don't think so. I think White has their big targets like Tripp and John and all them that help them win.
Listen, Johnson, they're 0-9 overall, 0-6 region play. They do not want to end 0-10. I promise you that, and they will do their very best not to. But give me the Warriors. The big blue train is going to ride down to Oakwood, down 95, and stomp them at Billy Ellis Memorial Stadium. Give me the Warriors by at least 40. That's my pick right there. And that'll do it here in the studio. We'll be back with Around the Region for basketball in a couple weeks. Until then, for Hayden Weekly, Griffin Harper, myself, and everyone on the crew here in WTVN, we wish you all the best. Till next time, goodbye, everybody, and go Warriors.
Number one. The Warriors are. Let's hope this kicks off a better start to our season. That sounds. To the local government. I don't know what to do with my hands. It was actually. We good? I'm
on the lookout. Okay. What are you talking about? Anyways, my hair probably looks dumb. Okay, what all can you see of me? No, the script's fine. So the Chestatee War Eagles, I don't like looking down. Just do me a favor and sit down. Because I don't like looking and then like you're right there in my like peripheral. I like rearrange that, but I think it's fine. You might want to, actually I got it.